Good morning. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you doing, Mark?
I'm great as well. Thank you. First of all, thank you for participating in our leadership series in this morning bi-coastal event that we're putting on here. And you are in Fort Lauderdale, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Correct. Downtown Fort Lauderdale.
Awesome. Well, why don't we just get started by the best way would be if you could just like formally introduce yourself, tell us what you do, a little bit about your background. That would be great.
Sure. So my background is in management consulting. I have a leadership column with Huffington Post, as well as a column with Psychology Today. And I focus at the C-suite level doing leadership development and executive coaching. And my process that I use is really through emotional intelligence work, through my EQI assessments that I administer, as well as it's a behavior-based approach because my background in psychology and my credentials in that is in evidence-based coaching. So it's kind of a combination of the business piece of it as well as the psychology piece of it, and helping leaders to not necessarily find their drive, because the leaders that I work with, many of them have that drive, that innate drive. It's more understanding how to navigate and best leverage and utilize that energy that they have behind their drive.
Well, not to get too far ahead of what we're talking about here, but isn't it true that most executives that are successful that really, quote unquote, don't need it, usually want it, and need it, don't want it?
That's very, very true. And it's interesting because, sometimes I'll be brought in by a CEO to work with their team, when in fact the CEO is the one that needing the coaching more than the individual that they've brought me on their team to coach. And eventually we get there, but that's always a work in progress, right? So
yeah, absolutely. Hey, thanks for sharing that.
Sure.